channel. My name is Sunshine Tarot, and today's reading is going to be on Jenna Ortega. Now, before I start, I just want to make a quick announcement that if you request a reading, please make sure that you have at least 5 questions to ask me on the topic. Sometimes you'll request topics that I'm not very versed in and I don't really know about, and so it helps for you to have questions so that I could know, so I could give you a good reading, you know. But if you don't include questions, then I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do your request. Okay. So Jenna Ortega is an actress, and she has a sun in Libra. She has a moon in Gemini. She has an ascendant in Pisces. She has a Mars in Virgo, and she has a Venus in Scorpio. So when it comes to a Libra woman, you know, they can naturally be diplomatic and fair. They appreciate beauty and the arts and harmony, and they're socially intelligent, and they're good at reading people. They can sometimes struggle with decision making as well, and being overly concerned with people's opinions. When it comes to a Gemini moon woman, she could be emotionally expressive and communicative, loves learning. She can detach logically during emotional situations, which makes sense because of how she, you know, responded to the backlash regarding Miller's Girl. She basically said everybody was being dramatic. She basically said y'all are doing too much. Her and her co-star said y'all are doing too much. But okay. They can also suffer from mood swings as well and struggle with emotional depth. You know, understanding emotional depth. I mean, they can understand it because, you know, it's an air sign, they're smart, right? But when it comes to feeling it, their first approach to emotions is logic. And when it comes to her Mars and Virgo, in her ascendant in Pisces, ascendant in Pisces can be, you know, soft, empathetic, and intuitive. They can be creative and artistic. But people love to project onto Pisces risings. I don't know why, they just do. And that explains a lot. Because Jenna, she's very, you know, mysterious, and she doesn't give people a lot, and that could also contend to her Mars and Virgo, because Mars and Virgo is very meticulous. Virgo stereotypically are very meticulous, and so when it comes to career, especially when it comes to their career, since they're Earth signs, they don't play about their image. They are very, very wary about, you know, the decisions that they make and the actions that they you know, choose to take, because they want their reputation to be pristine, clean, very perfect. And so add that onto her ascendant in Pisces, you know, people love to project onto her because she's mysterious. She doesn't give people a lot, you know, to go off of. So they can also, you know, like to escape reality, or it could be, you know, very avoidant. Yeah. You know, she's the type, we're gonna get into her love life, but it's just coming through. She's the type to where she could irk a man. She could irk a man, especially these men, child, in this climate, in this dating pool. She could irk a man real bad. You know, it's easy for men to like her because she's not very like pick-me-ish. She's not. She's picky, for one, with her Mars and with her Venus in Scorpio. Excuse me. You know, she's picky. But also, she kind of hides her hand in a way when it comes to love. It's like she's not emotionally expressive. You know, men love a detached woman. They love an emotionally unavailable woman. They do. I'm not saying she's not emotionally unavailable. It's just that she's not super emotional. She gives very detached vibes, and she could irk a man because she's detached, and, you know, she holds a lot close to her heart. You know, she's very slow to open up, and she could also be inconsistent too. She could be inconsistent with her communication and you know, her words of affirmation when it comes to her partner, appreciation. I think her love language too is like not quality time, but what's that love language where it's like she's with her Pisces, she could be empathetic, and she could be, you know, attentive and soothing sometimes, you know, and it's like that could also hook a man, but it could also irk a man because it's not consistent. You know, it's not consistent. You can't expect her to give. You can expect to see her nurturing side 100% of the time, and that could sometimes make a man but also I love her. You know, interesting. She gives very femme fatale energy, and this is the first time Femme fatale, is that what it, that's what, yeah, she gives very femme fatale energy. I think I'm gonna put that in the thumbnail, femme fatale. But yeah, okay, so my questions are, what is Jenna Ortega's current energy? Let's get the tarot. You know what, I think I'm gonna use the gold one for her. What is Jenna Ortega's current energy? What is Jenna Ortega's current energy? You have the Five of Wands. This feels like conflict with her inner circle. This feels like conflict with her inner circle. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Here's that avoidant energy. Yeah, she's walking away, y'all. She doesn't like to overstress herself. So she kind of distances herself. She kind of walks away. She kind of, I don't want to say shut down. I mean, yeah, I do see an energy here of shutting down, but it's like a, but it's not, it's warranted. It's warranted, you know. She's the type that feels like conflict is draining. Conflict is draining, and I don't got time for it. I like her energy so far. All the women that I read for Women's History Month, I like their energy so far. And this is my first time being in their energy, so you know, I'm kind of geeked. Yeah, when it comes to her current energy, I also think that she be on social media a lot. But social media kind of is she facing backlash right now? Or, you know, people be talking about her appearance? With the Judgment card here. It's like, I do think that, you know, she's battling with negative thoughts and limiting beliefs right now. When it comes to, I don't know, when it comes to this conflict that she's facing, because we get the Nine of Swords here. There's some sort of conflict that she's, you know, going through. It could be with social media, but I also get it's with her inner circle. She's fighting with someone. I don't know who exactly, but yeah, there's some disagreements here. But right now she's distancing herself and really licking her wounds in private and really ruminating, racking her brain, you know, trying to figure out what to do next, or basically just trying to sit with her emotions. I must say, we have the King of Cups here, and she's a very good emotional regulator. But at what cost? Because I do feel like she processes her emotions alone, you know, because there might be a feeling here of being ashamed of some of the things that she may feel when it comes to certain people. And so instead of being open about them, you know, she kind of processes those feelings alone, not necessarily invalidating them, but she does sit with her feelings. But when it comes to, but at what cost? Because I feel like, you know, being a Libra and all, she likes to keep the peace, but it's like, you emotionally regulated, you could say that you released these emotions, but the problem will still persist. And then now you're stuck in the cycle of having to experience things that you don't like over and over and over again. And now you're back at square one with this conflict here. Interesting. You know, she's very easy to read. She's very easy to read compared to her peers. Yeah. I think she is celebrating at this time. She is celebrating, but here's the same energy of protecting herself. Kind of, you know, having to fight for her boundaries. And I do think that she's, that's not supposed to be here. I was looking for this card. Yeah, and I feel very calm, y'all. I feel very calm, easygoing. Yeah, it's giving like, I can't, it's like I got other things going on. I have other responsibilities to deal with. I feel burdened right now. I have to think about other things. It's like conflict is so draining. Conflict is so draining, and I ain't got time for it. Yeah, that's her current energy, y'all. She could also journal. I don't know. She could also journal or write down her emotions. Or also, I feel like she's talking to somebody, and it could be a male. She might have a male therapist, or she might go to therapy. I'm not sure. Or she could just talk to her friends, like her friend group. But yeah, she's a good emotional regulator. But I think with time, she's still pretty young. I think with time, you know, she'll realize that she has to, you know, assert herself, assert her boundaries. And that honestly coincides with her Pisces and her ascendant in Pisces. You know, ascendant in Pisces, you know, kind of let people do what they do and kind of lick their wounds in private and, you know, self-soothe. But yeah, you definitely, at some point, she's definitely going to realize that she has to stick up for herself or say something or stop people in their tracks. So my next question is, what's the current energy surrounding her career? Now let me tell you something. When it comes to her Mars and Virgo, like I mentioned before, Mars and Virgos do not play about their reputation. Everything they do, every decision that they make, it has to perfectly align with their image and what they stand for and all of that. And so let me tell you something there. I can find no deep dives on this girl. And she's doing a damn good job with keeping the people guessing. A damn good job. I mean, of course there was controversy, you know, surrounding her appearance and her co-stars, and we're gonna get into it. But other than that, girl, you can't find nothing. You can't even find who she used to date. It's all just rumors. I go on, there's this website called whodatedwho.com, and you can see who every celebrity dated, whether it's a rumor or whether it's true, and then you have the dates, you have the years that they dated each other, and then when you click their profile in depth, you can see their height, you can see their religion, their hair color, skin color, da-da-da-da. It's like a side-by-side chart. I love that website. I go on there to see, you know, what can I pull cards on, and nothing. I mean, three little white boys, and they're all labeled as rumors, and then she's labeled as single on the website. So we'll see what's the given. But she ain't got no dirt, and that's impressive. Whereas some of her other peers, it's a lot going on. Okay, so what's the energy surrounding her career? Okay. So I think work is slowing down for her. I think there's a feeling of work kind of slowing down for her. Momentum kind of slowing down. Yeah. With the Nine of Pentacles here. Something is slowing down. And with the Eight of Swords here, I think she's kind of overthinking, you know, when it comes to the industry. I mean, when it comes to her career, she's satisfied. I think that she is currently doing projects, but I think she's used to projects lining up. You get what I'm saying? I think she's used to projects lining up. Like, I think that while she's actively working on a project, here comes another one, and she signs a deal, and then once she gets around to the next one, here comes another one. I don't think it's like that anymore. I think it's kind of slowing down for her. She's happy about season 3 of Wednesday. She's happy about season 3 of Wednesday. Is there going to be a season 3? I'm thinking of Wednesday right now. She is working, but there's no like one after the other, and so she's kind of just trying to be grateful for the work that she does have, but she's still in her head about what's next, and she might also feel trapped when it comes to her career. Because we do have like Eight of Swords talks about entrapment, and you know, also I think she wants to venture out and do different roles as well. I think she wants more variety when it comes to roles. That could be what the trapped energy is about. Yeah, and she wants to make her mark. She like wants to be stellar. She wants to be considered a stellar actress. She doesn't feel like she could become a stellar actress if she's playing the same type of roles when it comes to like horror and y'all. I think that's why she did Miller's Girl. And also I think she also wanted to break that Disney image as well. And she views Disney as a curse. And I think Zendaya talked about this as well. And also Keke Palmer. It's like, once you're a child actor, it's like, it's hard for people to face the fact that you're growing up. And so they do shocking things, right? You know, Zendaya playing Euphoria. Zendaya playing Rue in Euphoria. Keke Palmer having her cheeks out while letting the paparazzi take pictures of her ass cheeks while she's out and about. Miley Cyrus, you know, taking a complete 360. It's like, even Sky Jackson. It's like, being a child actor, people want to break it so bad, and I feel like with her, she's at that point where it's like, okay, you know, I'm trying to become something. I'm trying to have a different image, but I also want to do it carefully, where it makes sense. That's the energy surrounding her career. Okay, so her co-star Percy, which played the love interest in I was about to say in Zendaya in Wednesday, and he had some allegations about him, and he ultimately did not show up in season 2. Now, basically, you're calling him a predator. Now, I want to know: is it true? Is Percy actually a predator? My question is Jenna Ortega's co-star Percy actually a predator? Is he actually a predator? Is he actually a predator? Is Percy, her co-star, actually a predator? Are the allegations true? Did he do those things? King of Swords. I think he did. Yeah. But you know what? He's like, I'm young. I'm young. I was young. I was a kid. I was stupid. Yeah, he did. He did do those things. He did, y'all. And he's stressed out about it. You heard me. He was stressed out. You know, I feel like he was punching walls and shit. Like, he really wanted to, like, not come. I was about to say, you know, it wasn't that. It was more so like, yeah, he was upset. He's really upset, and but he got back up though. He got back up, and he got him a job as a bartender. Yeah, he rose above it. He got back up, but yeah, and also I think a part of him feels like he was influenced. He was influenced. He's like, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. This kind of feels like pointing fingers in a way. His personality concerns me a little bit. You want to know why? Because he's showing up as the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is not a nice guy. He's not. I can even go as far to say he has no soul. He's very cold. It kind of gives a sociopath in a way, y'all. I could be wrong though, and I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anyone per se, so I'm gonna just leave that alone. But it's kind of giving, I don't know. It's concerning, but he is guilty. And he does feel bad. And I don't think he's like that anymore, though. He's not like that anymore. He needs to be in jail, though, if that's the case. What was her experience like? Oh, shit. What was her experience like? Jenna's experience like filming Miller's Girl. What was it like? What was her experience like filming Miller's Girl with her co-star? Like, how does she really feel? I still don't have all the answers. I feel the same way. I need more balance. What was I telling y'all earlier? What was I telling y'all earlier? It's like, that's why she did the role, because she wants to kind of break that persona of being a child star. There is someone else. I just want space. Okay, so she viewed it as work. It was work. I mean, it was work. I mean, it's not like a gun was held to her head and said, "Oh, you better do this role." I mean, she chose to do it. So, and she acted accordingly. She feels accordingly. It's like, I mean, it's work. I mean, it's not real. I don't have no feelings for this man or anything, y'all. But like I said before, it's like when she spoke out about that backlash, I feel like she took it from a place of, like I'm telling y'all, right? She took that role because it was a strategic move. It was a chess move, right? She had her own personal reasons for taking the role. And so when when she was facing backlash for the role, which I don't know why they were coming for her and not that man, but whatever. He's clearly the older one in this dynamic. He was supposed to say no. I don't care. I don't care if she's an adult. It was his responsibility to say no to the role, because we all know that it's weird. However, because she had her own personal reasons for taking this role, she took the backlash as an attack. And so it was kind of hard. Her judgment was kind of jaded because she had her own personal reasons, but she failed to realize it was the principle that this movie was normalizing huge age gaps and almost borderline pedophilic dynamics. She looked really young compared to this man. And I don't care if you were in your 20s, girl. You look really young compared to this man. And when you did that movie, or I think when the movie came out, you were barely allowed to drink and smoke and buy your own weed. So you can't have necessarily missed the point, but she did because she had her reasons. But honestly, and I get it, right? Let me be fair. Let me play devil's advocate. This propaganda was so much bigger than the both of them. And so you coming at her wasn't necessarily going to necessarily stop anything, because look where we're at, you know, with the whole Epstein file situation, and we're steady finding out more stuff about how many predators exist in the industry. So I get it, right? You coming at both of them is not really going to stop anything. But at the same time, I feel like you could have been a little bit more compassionate to, I mean, understanding, you know, to why people had a problem with you playing this role. But I get it. Even if you were, it wasn't gonna make that all of a difference. So I'm gonna leave your response alone. But basically, y'all, she basically said, y'all are dramatic. Like, y'all need to shut the hell up. Y'all need to calm down. It's not that serious. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said that, you know, the movie wasn't meant to be a romantic tale, you know. And so I understand, you know. And her response was good. I don't know if it's just her. Very smart, you know. Looking at her chart, she could be very smart. She has both an air sun and an air moon. Very smart. But she also has a good team too. It's like very good team. What is her career going to look like? What's next for her when it comes to her career? What's next for Jenna when it comes to her career? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. More conflict. What the hell? Okay, so I think she's gonna do appearances, and I think she might attend an award show, and she might win an award, or she might get nominated, or I see reconciliation. Yeah, reconciliation here when it comes to her work. But also there's still a period of waiting for more opportunities, waiting for, you know, something else to change or something else to happen. But let me say something. I think she's going to be encouraged to start a fight online for publicity. That word always be fucking me up. I don't know why. Yeah, I think so. I think a stunt is going to be pulled, or a PR stunt is going to be pulled some way, shape, or form. I do see another opportunity being presented to her, but she's gonna have to wait a little bit. Yeah, she's gonna have to wait a little bit, probably like 7 months from now, 7 months, 9 months, almost a year, for another movie opportunity. But if you ever see this video, I don't think you will, but if you ever see this video, an opportunity is coming. It's just that the person that wants to give you the opportunity is going through their own obstacles right now when it comes to making sure they secure their opportunity or their moment to shine. This could be another movie, y'all, and so I feel like this person is actively trying to work for people to fund their movie so that they could get it rolling, so that they could start the production, and they have you in mind, Jenna. It's just that they're facing their own obstacles. So yeah, but I do see an opportunity coming for you. So let's talk about her career in love. I mean, her current relationship. I mean, shit. Current love energy, yeah? I'm channeling that song, What Do You Do When Your Love Is Lost, by Trey Songz. I don't know. But this is just my opinion. Let me tell you something. So when it came to her comments, when it comes to being asked about her love life, it was very much so giving, I'm traumatized by men, and so I turned lesbian, and or I turned celibate or abstinent because I'm traumatized. That's what it's giving. But we gonna see, child. It's giving she don't like men. Now, I'm not saying she's lesbian. It's giving like I have a vendetta against men. I don't like men, and I feel like they traumatized her. I feel like men traumatized her when she was younger, and so therefore she don't really necessarily like men that much. That's what energy she's giving me when it comes to love. But we'll see. What's the current energy surrounding her love life? What do you do when your love is lost? She's draining. Her energy drains me. I got the same, you know, feeling when it came to SZA, but I just gotta push through it. Yeah, I'm a little. Yeah, just as I thought. Trash. No, I'm just playing. I'm not talking about her. I was just reciting a meme. Yeah, y'all, she the energy surrounding her love. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles here sideways, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles, then we have the King of Swords, then we have the King of Pentacles, then we have the Lover's card, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. Let me tell you something. Get comfortable. Scoot up, pull up a chair. Current energy surrounding love. It's mostly showing me about how she feels towards men, like I mentioned. So she's right? Do I think she's too busy to be in a relationship? No. I think that she can balance the two, for sure. It's just that she chooses not to. She prefers to work, you know, she views working as stable, you know, something that will always be there. She views working easier than love. She don't like men. She don't like men. There's no feelings when it comes to men. However, if she gets into a relationship, the man needs to be older, he needs to be established. She's very detached. It's like, but if she just so happens to meet like a soulmate or somebody that she could like stay with for her whole life, then she'd be a lot more open and she'd be a lot more emotional towards her partner instead of more cutthroat and like, do you have some money? If not, get out my face. Get out my face. It's like it's kind of like she wants an older man that's stable, but doesn't ask for love. She doesn't have to invest in a lot emotionally. That's her preferred relationship. And so when a man is attracted to her, like actively is like pushy and like wants to get with her, like she's immediately turned off. That's just what the cards are saying, y'all. She's immediately turned off. She doesn't want to deal with you, but she's looking at it like, okay, what can you do for me in the now? If you just so happen to, if you can't help but express your feelings towards me, what can you do for me in the now? She's gonna look at you. She's gonna look at you like, does he have a car? Okay, he's stable. Okay, you know, he's not giving, is he giving Mac Daddy energy? It's like, she doesn't date for love. She dates for stability and what can he do for me in the now? And if I just so happen to meet somebody that I gel with really well and I can see myself with for the long term, like forever, then that's when I open up emotionally. That's when I extend my emotional side. Yeah, but as of now, it's like, I don't see no man in her life. And so she's pretty much, you know, keeping her energy to herself, you know. I do see a love offer, but I don't think she's going to take it. I don't think she's going to take it. Yeah. She's more so concerned about her bag and her money and her career. But I do think she likes older men. And I picked that up when I asked about Miller's Girl, and the card, I feel the same way, came out. It's like, she don't mind age gaps. She doesn't. She don't mind dating a man that's 33 years older than her. She doesn't. As long as you're in shape, you know, you could get it up. Like, she don't mind. She don't care. Well, it's kind of like Anna Nicole's man. Like, she wants a man that can't do much. Like, she wants a man that's like retirement out the game. Like, is very emotionally, like, she wants someone that's emotionally unavailable like her. She don't want nobody lovey-dovey and shit. Like, to her, there's an imbalance there. It's like, it'll make her uncomfortable if a man likes her more than she likes him. So I want to ask, what's the energy between her and Emma, her co-star, which she played Enid Sinclair in Wednesday? What's the relationship between her and Emma? People suspected that they were dating and whatnot. I don't know. I think they were just friends. I think she would be a lot more open to it, man, you know. Dating a man, dating Percy, but, you know. Y'all, Jenna don't really like men that much. And I'm not talking about like her sexual orientation. I'm talking about her feelings in general. Like, I think men traumatized her when she was younger, so she doesn't like men that much. Like, she just kind of has a disdain towards them. A little bit. A little hostility. Y'all, I think she did like Enid. Did she like girls? When I asked, did she like girls, the card maybe fell out and then no fell out. Well, I mean, you can read these cards and tell, like, what the fuck is going on. Oh. I think she did like Enid. I think she did. I think she did like Emma. But Emma don't like her like that. Emma don't like her like that. Yeah. So when Emma, you know, side eye Jenna, It wasn't because they were beefing. It was because Emma felt uncomfortable. Emma felt uncomfortable. I think Jenna was crushing on Emma, but she didn't blatantly say it. Like, she didn't confess her feelings or nothing. She would just give she'll give cues, right? And then Emma would be like, girl, why is you touching girl, why is you touching my waist? Like, girl, what is you doing, girl? Like, can you chill out? Like, let me ask the cards. Let me confirm. Does Jenna Ortega like girls, or she just likes Emma? Yeah, yeah, she liked Emma. She like girls. Yeah, she like girls. She don't mind dating girls. Yeah. But she hasn't really, but she feels the same way towards girls. She feels the same way towards relationships in general. She's keeping her energy to herself. She's not dating right now. She's not dating. She's not focused on dating. She likes girls, yeah. But she pretty much treats them emotionally like she does with men. She's keeping, as of now, when it comes to her love life, she's keeping her energy to herself. She's staying guarded. It's just she's not, I know I sound repetitive, but she's just not emotionally available right now. What's next for Jenna when it comes to love? Yeah. Do I need to pull anymore? We have the 7 of Wands here. Do I need to pull anymore? Listen, she's gonna get love offers. She's gonna get love offers left and right. She's gonna get, you know, see all these wands. Wands are dicks in the tarot. Wands symbolize dicks in the tarot. She gonna be like, I don't want y'all. Like, she constantly gonna be like rejecting people left and right. She's like, I don't want y'all. Leave me alone. I don't want y'all. Yeah. What's next in love for her? I don't see her getting into a relationship right now. And also, I think she does have fuck buddies, because, like, I don't know. It's just, she's not very, I don't think she's very sexual either. She might honestly be abstinent, or celibate, honestly. She's not very sexually active either. Actually, she's not very sexually active either. Usually I can tell, you know, when people are sexually, you know, charged, but she's not. Her energy doesn't give that. It's more so work-based, and also, like, you know, she's in her head a lot. So there's that. Alrighty. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Okay, like, comment, subscribe, please. And I think my goal is to get to 300 subscribers by my birthday, April 14th. So if you could please subscribe if you like the video, I'd appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Bye.